One bright morning, in a colorful little town full of cheerful houses and friendly faces, there lived a little boy named Leo. Now, Leo wasn't the tallest kid in his class, and he certainly wasn't the fastest runner on the playground. To be honest, sometimes Leo didn't feel very special at all. But what Leo didn't realize was that he had something truly extraordinary, something far more important than being tall or fast. He had a big heart full of kindness and care. Every single day, Leo's big heart was at work. He was always ready to help. He would help his mum carry the groceries even when the bags felt a little heavy. He'd help his friends at school if they stumbled and dropped their books, carefully picking up every single one. He even showed a gentle kindness to the tiniest creatures. Once spending a whole afternoon helping a little lost ladybug find its way back to a bright red rose bush. He did these things not for praise, but simply because it felt right. Helping others made his own heart feel warm and happy. One sunny afternoon, as Leo was walking home from school, kicking a small pebble along the sidewalk, his eyes caught a glimmer of light. Tucked away near the roots of a big oak tree, something was glowing. It was a small, shiny wristband, pulsing with a soft, gentle light. Curious, Leo knelt down. The wristband was smooth and cool to the touch. The moment his fingers brushed against its surface, whoosh, a tiny, friendly voice, full of energy, popped out of the wristband. "Hello, hero," it chirped. Leo jumped back, startled. His eyes grew as wide as saucers. The wristband beeped happily, its light flashing in a playful rhythm. "I have been waiting for you." Leo stared at the wristband, then looked at his own hands. "Hero me," he stammered, his voice barely a whisper. He couldn't believe it. Heroes were strong and flew through the sky. They had superpowers. He was just Leo. The wristband seemed to understand his confusion. "Yes, you." It buzzed with excitement. To be a hero, you don't need giant muscles. You don't need to fly like a bird. You just need one special thing, and you already have it inside you. You need courage. Just as the wristband finished speaking, a strange shadow fell over the town. Leo looked up, and his heart skipped a beat. The bright blue sky was turning dark and grey. A huge, grumpy cloud monster was forming right above the town square. Its face was a mess of angry swirls, and it let out a low, rumbling grumble that shook the windows of the houses. People in the streets gasped and started to run. Dogs began to bark in alarm. Scared cats leaped into cardboard boxes, hoping to hide. The whole town was in a panic. Leo felt a wave of fear wash over him. His hands started to shake, and his knees felt wobbly. His first thought was to run and hide. Just like everyone else, he was just a small boy. After all, what could he possibly do against a giant, grumpy cloud monster? But then, as his heart pounded in his chest, he remembered something important. He remembered the warm feeling he got from helping his mum. He remembered the smile on his friend's face when he helped pick up her books. Helping others always mattered. Taking a deep breath, Leo stood up straight, his small shoulders squared. He looked at the trembling town and then up at the scary monster. "I'm scared," he said out loud, his voice shaking a little, "but I won't run away." The moment he said those words, the wristband on his arm began to glow with an intense, brilliant gold light. It felt warm and powerful. Zap! In a flash of dazzling light, Leo's ordinary clothes disappeared. In their place was an amazing superhero costume. He wore a bright blue suit, a bold yellow lightning symbol on his chest, and a brilliant red cape that fluttered proudly in the wind, even though he was standing perfectly still. Leo looked down at himself in amazement. He felt different. He felt brave. "I'm a hero," he shouted, his voice now strong and clear. The wristband cheered back, its voice full of pride. "Super Kid," it announced. With a newfound confidence, Super Kid took a brave step forward. He didn't fly into the air. He didn't shoot lasers from his eyes. He just walked, one steady step at a time, right towards the grumpy monster. And then he did something completely unexpected. He smiled, a genuine, friendly smile. And in that moment, something truly amazing happened. The cloud monster, who had been rumbling and grumbling, suddenly stopped. It seemed surprised. As Leo's smile widened, the dark, angry parts of the cloud began to fade. The grumpiness melted away, replaced by soft, white fluffiness. You see, the monster was just big and loud because it was full of fear and anger. But courage and a little bit of kindness is always stronger than fear. Slowly but surely, the monster dissolved completely, and the sky turned a beautiful, brilliant blue again. The sun shone down, warming the town square. Everyone who had been hiding slowly peeked out. When they saw the grumpy cloud was gone and a little boy in a red cape was standing there, they all began to cheer. Leo, Super Kid, just smiled, his heart feeling warmer than ever before. That day, Leo learned the most important lesson of all. You don't become a hero by being perfect or having super strength. You become a hero simply by being brave enough to try, brave enough to help, and brave enough to face your fears, no matter how big they seem. And from that day forward, whenever there was trouble, whenever someone needed a helping hand or a little bit of courage, the town knew who to count on. They would look to the sky and cheer for their very own hero, the one and only Super Kid.